What's up, nerds? Welcome to Legends Rerolled, a TTRPG podcast where we roleplay through classic stories. For our first season, we're reimagining L. Frank Baum's Wizard of Oz in D&D 5e with just a dash of homebrew. My name is Sean Dougherty, and I will be your game master. Joining me for this and every episode, playing Sonny the Scarecrow, Celine Trella.
I'm sleepy.
Playing Delores Thatch, Brooke Simone.
Sup, nerds?
As Terry Tinman, Justyn Trella.
I mistrust mechanical pencils.
And as Cal Broadtooth, Jake DiBlasi.
Salutations and salvations.
Okay. So, last time, you guys ventured into Winky Country for the first time. Following the roads, came across a small town where they were having a festival to celebrate the life of the late, and according to them, great, Jessabelle, the Wicked Witch of the East. After a delightsome little children's play explaining the history of the war that Winky Country finds itself in now, the ward of Jessabelle, Shabira,
They still am I beating hard.
was reunited with Terry at the very end. And I think when we left, they were mid big old smooch.
I think so.
And I was wrapping her up in a hug as tight as I could without cracking her
Without
ribs.
any permanent injury.
Structural damage.
We're going to cut back in right where we left off. Nick from Terry's back looks over at Shabira and is just like, "What's up, girl?" And she's like, "Oh, Nick, you're here. Oh my God, Terry, what are you doing here?"
Well, I came to find you. I've been doing nothing but trying to find you for the last year and a half or so.
Oh my God, I'm speechless. This is so good. I'm so happy to see you again. I didn't think this would happen.
What? Tell me everything. Tell me everything that's happened to you since we were parted.
At this point, there's a little, a Winky guardsman who's standing at Shabira's shoulder, makes a little, excuse me, your wardiness. I don't know. This is public and making everyone a little uncomfortable, and also the security isn't great, so we should really be heading back to the palace. And then you look around, and yeah, it is a little awkward. Everyone's just kind of staring at you.
Hello, Shabira. I'm Sonny. We've heard a lot about you. It's nice to meet you.
We're ignoring everything you said, little man. I'm going to introduce her to my friends now.
Yep, get that.
Hi, little man. I'm Sonny. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. My name is Kevy Plug.
Kevy Plug. Oh, Kevy Plug. What a name.
Yeah. Sonny, it is lovely to meet you, too. I would love to hear how you... And then she looks over at Delores, and there's a little bit of a pause. And remind me, who is disguised selfed right now?
I don't remember.
Right?
I think I am.
Yeah.
Sonny's disguised self?
I think I'm disguised as a Winky.
Okay.
You are, yeah.
And I think Delores is
We're
still
all in
Delores.
Winky uniform.
Yeah, you're all in Winky uniform.
Dude, I don't remember disguise selfing myself other than bachelorette party.
Yeah, so I think
That would
you
be-
still look like you. So
I
she's
do.
going to make there's a definite pause when she makes eye contact with Delores, and then she will look back at Terry, and then look over at Kevy Plug, and then look back at Terry, and then look at Sonny, and then back at Terry. And then she will say, I have to return to the palace now. Would you and your companions want to come?
Where's Cal?
Cal's still
we don't
sneaking
know.
over, right?
I'm just sneaking.
You're sneaking
Everything. I was ready for like a fight, and that
Yeah.
didn't happen. So I was just like, I'll just back into this alley here.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, because isn't he a wanted person here?
You
Are we
all
all
have wanted.
We
I
are
seem like
definitely
the
all
second
wanted.
most wanted person
Terry,
in this group.
how do-
Wild guess might be
Yes.
the most
But Shabira's
wanted.
cool with us.
Shabira
so, like,
seems
no
very
one's
cool.
causing us issues.
Nope.
Well, my sweet, there's perhaps some information that needs to be divulged before we agree to go to the palace with you. I'm going wherever you're going. First of all, I'm just going to make that abundantly clear to you two over there. He looks over at Delores and Sonny, Winky. the winky Sonny.
Shabira blushes a little bit darker blue when you say that.
We're all very happy about this.
Perhaps there's a conversation that needs to be had before any of that is agreed. First of all, I'm just gonna throw it out there. We're not exactly popular around here, based on certain posters that may or may not be up on a board that may or may not be in this place that we are.
Is there somewhere private we could talk for a moment before you poofed us to the castle?
We were going to take a carriage. It's a while away.
Wow.
If you want, we could talk in the carriage on the way there. And if at any point you feel uncomfortable and you think that's not the right place for you, Sonny, and your friend, that's totally, like, we'll let you out. That's totally fine.
Insight?
Yeah, go for it.
Just to make sure. 16.
You believe her.
Okay, so I'm going there. If you guys,
Yeah, I thought you might be.
BT Dubs. There might be one other of our friends who is around. Can we find him first, and then?
I thought there might be, and that would be totally fine.
Oh, you're so smart. Of course,
Thanks.
he was around.
And at this point,
That was fun.
what is everyone's passive perception except for Cal? Cal, you're not there.
I'm nearby.
It's 10 plus whatever your perception is.
Okay, so 13.
13 as well.
15.
13? 15.
Yeah.
Dolores with a 15, you notice that she does a little bit of like finger, like arcane magic with her hand, and you get a message in your brain, like with Sonny, but this one's from Shabira. And she says, I know who you are, and you are safe here. No one here will hurt you while you're here with me and Terry. That's the message you get in your brain. You can respond if you want. You don't have to.
Do I think if I were to do some spell work, do you think it would raise, like, does Sonny think it would raise suspicion?
What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm doing it for you this time. What do you think?
Thank you. Thank you. Why?
Use your
literally,
context
The word of the witch, who is a
Okay.
And also, literally, the only thing I can't tell you is what Sonny thinks. I'm in charge of everything else.
Wow.
So you gotta tell me, what does Sonny think? If you want to roll something, then I'll let you roll
I think
something.
that's more so.
Insight
Question is
Arcana.
It's fine. We'll go with her. It's fine.
Are you not casting?
I'm just trying to decide if casting a quick, like, detect thoughts is a good idea.
There's never a right or wrong answer to that question.
I know.
Use your context clues.
I'm gonna wait. There's a lot of winkies about.
Okay.
You don't have subtle spell.
I don't have
do
subtle
you?
spell
Yeah,
yet.
that's a great spell for
Maybe
detect
tomorrow
thoughts
we'll
in front of
level up.
people.
No.
Is detect thoughts one of your psionic spell?
Oh, it is! I can do that anyway! Beedly diddly diddly. Yeah, we should explain what the beedly diddly diddly does.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my Aberrant Mind Sorcerer feature where I can use my psionic spells subtly. So I'm going to non-verbally, non-somatically cast Detect Thoughts on Shabira.
Her thoughts are racing, and it all has to do with, like, how the fuck did Terry, a woodsman who almost never left his cabin in Munchkinland, make his way through a war zone to get to this tiny ass town? Her thoughts will bounce around. There's a lot going in there. She's always looking around. You hear thoughts about, like, security, like, ooh, that person looks suspicious. You hear thoughts about the guard detail and thinking about, like, all right, well, Kevy Plug is a good guy, but Greg, I don't know if I want him with the carriage. I'm going to have Greg stay here, but Kevy's good.
In there, are there any thoughts, like passing thoughts about us? Like, not Terry, the rest of us, like Delores or...
Yeah, but more curiosity than
Okay.
anything else. The one thing you do hear that she hasn't mentioned is you hear her say, Delores does look like her uncle.
I thought so.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's in the nose a little bit.
A little bit. They both have people noses.
Yeah.
The nose that you would find.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and also
Human
because
noses.
she kept saying, like, your companion, like, she didn't know who Delores was.
Maybe she was trying to be
Okay.
subtle about it.
Right?
Oh, I
And
didn't
then
pick up on that.
In her thoughts about Terry, is it in excitement?
Yes.
Okay. It's not like
Excitement.
he's not supposed to be here.
No.
What the fuck is going on?
No.
Okay, cool.
It is
Like-
it is very happy, very
Cool.
joyous.
Basically, she seems on the up and up.
She seems on the up and up from everything you've seen so
Okay.
far.
Imagine, if you will,
Alright,
the
so that's the
classic
only thing.
movie Homeward Bound. And it's like, how the fuck did this dog make it 3,000 miles across the entire country to come find me?
And then to San Francisco in the second one.
Yeah.
That's even crazier.
Weird.
Inspiration, Jake.
Yes. Very nice. Going back. Yes, we will come with you. You, of course, I have your word. These are my friends, and they're very dear to me. And we know we're in a war-torn country right now, but
Yep.
they've been with me through thick and thin ever since we ganged up, and, well, I love them.
Oh my god.
That's right, I said it. I'm not saying it again, so shut up.
Aw.
Sonny gives a big hug to Terry.
Inspiration for Terry.
Nice.
Hooray!
Nice.
Yes, you have my word.
Except for that smelly lion wherever he is. No, just joking. Just joking. Cal, come out!
Ow!
Pal.
Pal.
Aloysius.
Aloysius. Albert.
Alessandra.
Get your hot ass over here.
So I'm leaning up against
It's got a real
a.
thing for him.
I'm leaning up in an alley, and there's like your guys' wanted posters, and then there's just me leaning on my own wanted poster.
Make me a perception check.
Oh, 7 + 6, 13.
You noticed in like smaller letters under the wanted poster, it says wanted for questioning, armed and dangerous, do not harm.
Oh, I like this picture of me. I take it.
Cool.
I take the whole set.
Heck yeah, you got a set of wanted posters.
All right, I put them in my back
Collector's
pocket.
items.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah. Hey.
It's a pretty full back pocket you got there.
Well, yeah, I'll put it in the backpack when I get there.
Dope.
what it's
I
for.
wish there was
Right next to the
time to
cans of
stop
oil.
at the liquor store.
3 jugs.
Is there am I by the liquor store?
No, unfortunately, it's over by on the other side of the town, near where the map store was, run by what is it?
Giovanni.
Giovanni Gin and Monica Tonic.
yeah.
Monica Tonic.
Giovanni
Like the
Gin
best
and Monica Tonic.
noir name I've ever heard.
Yes.
I'm Monica Tonic, and I need your help. So yeah, I kind of stride out, kind of like, hey, all you normal folk, I'm a lion man. Good to see you. Yes, hello, hi, yep.
There are a couple other anthropomorphic animals here.
Oh, good.
I'm going to say the different talking animals kind of have different vibes in each country. So
I see an antelope person.
I was going to say this is more den animals.
Oh.
So you see a couple anthropomorphic bears. There are
Nice.
a couple anthropomorphic dogs or wolves.
Foxes.
Fox.
Things like that. More canine ursine. Whereas
Okay.
in your area, it's more like feline, like jungle animals, other things
Sure.
too. But yeah.
All right.
Would rabbits count as den? Or the other
Yeah.
one?
They're burrow.
Ah,
Different thing.
different things, different things.
Ah, of course. I know that.
I'm learning so much on this podcast.
They live with the weasels.
I walk
Yes.
up to you guys. I'm like, hey, this is going okay?
Yes, Cal, it's going great. I found Shabira. There she is. That's her. That's Shabira. You remember Shabira? I was telling you all about it.
Yeah. Hello.
It is wonderful to meet you.
Yep, my name's Al.
And she gives you a
What
little
is she-
wink, and she says, "It's I like meeting you, Al.
What
This
is-
lovely."
What are her thoughts when she meets Cal?
She thinks, "Oh shit, it's Cal Broadtooth."
In a starstruck way? Or like in a, oh fuck.
My celebrity precedes me. Oh, like an oh shit sort of way.
More in a surprised sort of way, like a disbelief, like I heard.
You were dead, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, like I heard that Cal was still around, and I didn't believe it until I saw him.
Okay.
You know what, Terry? She's as beautiful as you described. All the time, this guy crying like a baby about you in a manly way, and then I wink at Terry.
There's a single tear, and then another single tear, and then a third single tear streaming down my face as in my
Three
excitement.
So
It's the
no
same
singular
animation
tears.
three
They're not a
times.
singular tear.
Yeah, there's a glitch in the Matrix, and it's
Yeah,
just the same
I'm
tear.
just so happy right now.
All right, come on, Where's Jerry?
Oh,
He's right here.
Jerry's here. He's been
Oh,
here the
okay,
whole time.
good,
We
good.
still had him with us, yeah.
Oh, wow. That is quite the mount you have there, Terry. Do you have the same... I was going to say armorer because he made your arms, but you know what I'm saying. Do you guys have the same...
Daddy? Well, Dad.
Doctor?
Surgeon?
Not Daddy. I
Surgeon.
didn't say Daddy.
Mechanic?
Yeah, one of
Well,
those.
technically they're cousins because the creators were brothers.
No, well, I wasn't there for that. Never mind.
His creator with the metal bits
Yeah.
and the horse's creator with the metal bits,
Mhm.
they're brothers. I think. Or cousins?
Okay.
Something like that. You're related somehow.
They're cousins, I believe. The information we got from Franck. It's a long story.
All right.
I'll tell you all about it. You guys, we're ready to head on
I'm
Yeah,
good for
let's
a
go.
field trip.
out, and we'll tell each other everything along the way.
Sounds great. She is going to lead Jerry to the front of the team of horses that's carrying this. And his one, like, metal, like, glowing red eye shoots out and becomes, like, a little headlight. And she was like,
Oh, he's like Rudolph.
oh, if he leads our team, we can travel through the night. And we'll get there even faster.
Shabira claws?
Are we delivering presents? This is adorable.
We need another blizzard.
Jerry is all hooked up. You guys get in. You have 2 guards standing up front leading the team of horses, 2 guards standing on the back of the carriage with crossbows as you take off into the Winky countryside. And the whole time you guys are coming out of the town, Shabira will look at you guys and be like, just duck back. They expect me to wave out the windows, and I don't want to bring a lot of attention to you guys if that...
Oh, I duck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure. I like
You
that.
guys
Yeah,
duck back.
absolutely.
She opens up the
I'm-
curtain in this...
I hate people anyway. In
Ducking.
general.
And she waves as everyone, all these Winkies, like, run after her and like, goodbye. Oh, it was nice to see you. Man,
Goodbye.
Shabira. Goodbye, thanks, Shabira. And you guys trundle out into the town.
Is it safe for me to drop my disguise? I
Yes,
ask Shabira.
it is.
All right, I'm a scarecrow again.
Cool. She is nonplussed.
And I thought she wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so you said you wanted to swap some information, so what can I do for you guys?
The only thing he wants to swap.
Oh, spit.
Oh, Sonny, you're incorrigible.
Terry, you're blushing.
Yeah.
I think first things first is while we're here, Dottie, you should fix his hair.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's
Please
frosted
do that now. I think
I'm
the
fixing
jig
it.
is
It
up.
was not a midlife crisis thing. It was...
All right, I wasn't gonna say anything. It's his head. He gets to do with what he wants. But
Respect,
like, yeah,
respect.
I mean, I like the way you look all the time.
Well,
even with the
This is
robot arms.
adorable.
yeah, just go ahead and do it. I liked it better the way it was before.
Me too. I'm going to fix that.
All right. So as you're doing
Quick
this
hair job.
this hair dye job, she looks at you guys expectantly.
So
Well, I mean, Terry, do you want to lead?
Well,
I don't know
so
if you have questions for her that
we're
you would
gonna
like
we're gonna
to ask.
start right from when I last saw you. I give her the whole rundown on Nick the Chopper,
Mhm.
and I was right. I had him right outside, and there's this sweet hickory over there, and I was gonna do it, and then all of a sudden I had no more arms and legs. What's up with that, by the way? Did
Yeah, what's up with that, by the way? That was weird.
you like know
I am
like
so sorry.
what the flip was that?
I didn't learn about the curse on Nick until about a year after I left you. So it turns out that Nick was a gift to Jessabelle from the wizard. She had mentioned how she was having some trouble. She was, a lot of firewood needed to keep her concoctions going in the cauldron. So she was having trouble. So the wizard said, here, I got this talking axe that can help you. And she didn't use it because she didn't trust him. But I didn't know that. And I was in charge of chopping the wood for my own alchemical experiments, for my own cauldron. I was having a hard time. Terry, you've seen, I'm not great at chopping wood. I was looking for, something, a sharper axe in the armory, and I found Nick. And we struck up a friendship, and we started talking, but he's too big for me to wield, so I never took him out of the armory until I let slip that I was falling for you. And that's when Jessabelle told me she was going to send me away, and I rushed to get Nick to you because I didn't want you to be alone, and I didn't want him to be alone again. It wasn't until a year later when our royal artificer showed me a letter from his cousin that I learned that you had been hurt by Nick.
Who's your royal artificer?
Oh, I'm sorry?
Who's the royal artificer?
Oh, his name is Frank.
I knew it.
Wonderful. Is he wonderful?
Yeah, he's pretty great.
Nice.
We've had a run-in with Frank, and he, frankly...
Not Frank.
Wait.
Frank.
We had a run-in with Frank and Frank.
Oh,
this is
yeah,
Frank.
sorry. Take two. Frank Oswald?
No, Frank is fault.
How many of these friggin' guys are there? Jesus.
Minimum 3.
Wow, fantastic.
Maximum 5.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, that makes so much more sense. I pondered for a while. I knew you would never do anything to hurt me, but I had no idea why Nick was the way he was. And, it took a while for us to get over that hump, and now we're dear friends, I would say. Isn't that right, Nick?
Nick goes, wait, I was a re-gift?
Oh,
That's fucked up, man. Wow. Okay, I mean, we've been through a lot, Terry. I will get over this, but, I did not imagine I was re-gifted.
identity crisis.
Well, that's not,
Oh my
that's
God.
not Terry's fault.
No. I'm just saying that, my negative emotions won't spill over into our relationship. I'll try to
that's
keep
good.
it compartmentalized.
Yeah,
Don't
because you
think
guys
of
have been
it-
great to each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Think of
yeah.
it as
To day one.
regifting. Think of it as spreading the love.
Oh,
That's great, Sonny. I'm going to do that. I'm going to think about it quietly
More
for the next
people
hour
are
and a half.
able to experience your charm.
Spreading the love and spraying the blood of innocent limbs.
Oh,
across the
it's
land.
so
Yeah.
tasty. Oh, my God. So, yeah, Terry, for everything it's worth, I am so sorry that I even accidentally did that to you.
Well, I do not need any sort of inside check or anything of that nature because I frankly just believe you and anything that you say, and that's
Frankly,
because
just
you're
believe.
awesome. And you're beautiful, and you got your hair smells like cinnamon.
Shabira.
Right in the eye. Yes.
Can I ask you, what's your opinion on Linda? Because we haven't come across her. Delores met her once, and I don't know. She's with the wizard?
We're suspicious.
We're suspicious.
That's understandable. Linda has always kind of gone with the flow. She doesn't stand up for much.
Okay.
And since her son became the ward of the wizard, she has done everything that he has asked of her. So,
Okay.
if you're asking
So her
me to-
loyalty is to her son, not necessarily to the wizard.
Yes, that's
Gotcha.
what I would say.
All right. What about this Tatty Poo?
Tatty Poo?
Yeah, what happened to her? Because she's suspicious.
Oh, Tatty Poo's great.
Yeah, Tatty Poo,
Where's she
she's lived a magically enhanced long life, and she was the ruler of Gillikin country for 200 years, and didn't want to do it anymore. So she used her magic to create a suitor that would live up to her standards, because
her.
every single suitor that came by were just inadequate. So she created someone who would live up to her standards, and she has been living in happy retirement in the far north of Gillikin country ever since.
All right, cool.
Wow.
Cool.
Have I ever met Tatty Poo?
When you were a kid, you met her.
I met her. She was great.
She was nice.
She had the best caramels.
Nice.
It was also it had very Kate Blanchett from Lord of the Rings energy,
Nice.
where her face is young and beautiful, but she has the aura of someone who's been alive forever and makes excellent caramels.
Nice. Nice.
So yeah, it was that vibe.
Yeah. No, she was like my weirdly attractive great grandmother.
oh,
Well, she sounds super cool. After going over the whole Nick the Chopper thing,
Yep.
I basically just quickly explained pretty much everything that has happened in our adventures.
Do you tell her that we're supposed to?
No, getting to that.
Yeah.
Everything right up until after we leave Shuttertown and we start heading towards the bog, and we pick up right there.
Cool.
So we left Shuttertown and it was great. We really laid the smackdown on those fools.
Look at his belt.
Look at it.
Oh yeah, he earned that.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, you won the Shuttertown Entertainment?
We won the Shuttertown Entertainment.
Oh man, I've wanted to go for so long. That sounds like so much fun.
It was pretty
We
lit.
can
Not gonna lie to
recreate
you.
it for you if you'd like at some point.
Well, who knows? Maybe next year the war will be over and we can all go together.
oh,
Wow,
that's
that'd be
so
wonderful. That would
optimistic.
be. There. spot the American in the group.
Yeah.
So-
Sure, we'll be fine by the end of this.
I'm sure it's fine.
Things will get better. Roll his eyes.
So now we all were going to see the wizard because we had various things that we were trying to find.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Insurance form and no particular reason, even though there was an ulterior motive somewhat, but not really.
Yeah, definitely.
And Sonny trying to find her brain and me trying to find you.
Yeah.
So we got to the palace and we were separated and blah, blah, blah. That whole thing happened. And then we were each given a task to retrieve that which we had lost. And full disclosure, Shabira, the wizard wants me to...
You can say it, I know.
Well, I still don't like her. I still don't like her anyway, and I want that to be made very clear, because she took you away from me, and you and your sister...
It's okay.
she
She like grabs the back of your neck and starts like scruffing the back of your hair. And Terry, the character, likes that.
actually, like, in his workup, like, comes down like a full, like, 6 notches, and it's just like...
I understand, man. That's okay.
He wants me to kill her.
I know.
He just wants you gone. He wants all of us to do it. He doesn't care how it's done or who
He made
it's
it
done
pretty
by.
clear that he wants her gone.
I know.
The technical language was that he wanted us to end the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you noticed how he's really good at saying things the nicest way possible?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God!
Even when they're
Yes,
terrible?
absolutely.
I do not trust him.
As a lion, I do like to keep to my word as much as possible.
As lions do.
As lions do. So when he said end the war, even though the implication was there, I said, okay. That doesn't necessarily mean what he thinks it meant.
Yeah, I was like,
it
we
means.
could end the
Also-
war by, him.
I don't
That's
know
ending
about
the
that
war,
either. I don't love
technically.
that.
Nah,
Which
it's fair.
brings us to the play that we just witnessed. Is all
Yeah.
that stuff
Yeah, like, what's going on? There's a lot of...
true?
Yeah, can we fact check that?
Can we fact
Sure.
check?
What specifically would you like me to fact check? Anything, the whole thing?
Oh, gee.
Why?
I mean,
Who's the master of clocks?
yeah.
Big one.
Let's start there.
We don't know.
Wait a
Fudge.
minute. What?
We don't know.
He just, the wizard has just talked about it a couple times?
Yeah. We know where he met the Master of Clocks, but we don't know who the Master of Clocks is.
Where did he meet him?
This specific conversation would be better done with the witch, if that's okay.
Next question.
Can I try and persuade her to just give it to me now? Because I'm an antsy little cat man.
You can, but what before you do, what she'll say is he never told us the name of the place, but we think we know how to get there.
God, he's so slimy.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yes, Sonny.
What started this most current war?
You saw it in the play. It
You
was-
feel like that's pretty close to
So
the
these
real
people
events?
met together, like the big heads, other than like Tatty Poo and Linda, it
Yeah.
seemed. And so the royals, the witches, and wizard all met together to discuss how they were going to deal with the gnome king.
Did you not just watch this play?
No, I
This
wasn't really
most
paying
recent
attention.
war.
I wasn't paying attention.
Was because the wizard was afraid that those guys, the witches, were going to betray him. So he jumped the gun on the betrayal and early double-crossed them before they could double-cross him, which doesn't make a huge amount of sense. You got to have a little trust in your allies.
Thank you for wrapping that up. My ears had a bit of straw in them, so some of the details got lost.
All of your ears is straw.
That's probably why I lost some information, yeah.
Absolutely.
checks out.
But
yeah.
that's pretty close to accurate, like, the events as they unfolded.
Yeah, I mean, the dialogue was made a little bit more streamlined. Like, those weren't the words that were said, but those were the actions in the macro that happened. I would suspect, from everything I've read about the wizard and the 1 or 2 times I met him, that he used that as the excuse, but he just wanted more power.
Yeah, that tracks from what I experienced.
He went from being the
Or what I know of
ruler
him.
of a city in Oz to being the ruler of Oz with one betrayal.
And once you get a little taste of that power...
And from what you
nothing
told us
ever
about your uncle,
satisfies ever
that
again.
sounds
Yeah.
like
Not
him.
that I would know. I'm just a woodsman.
What
who
did I
lives in a
say?
cabin in the woods.
You got a
Or
magic
just like
axe?
about your interactions with him. Like he
Oh.
seems like he's kind of out
That's
for
some
himself.
power.
He does.
Kind of up for just wanting power.
Yeah, he does. And he was trying to be all like, we're family. And I was like, only weird corporate people say that when they want to screw you over. So.
I can't say it on the podcast, but you know.
I know.
We all know.
I don't feel like I know.
I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
So if that's the case, then the wizard's sending us out here to
Do his dirty
end
work.
Do
the
his
war.
bidding.
He wants us
In
to
air
do his
quotes.
dirty work. He can't get to her, so he's trying to have us do it so he doesn't have to.
And that's honestly one of our biggest questions here in Winky Country is why he's sending assassins instead of a full-scale war. We're outnumbered 3-1.
Will you guys send an assassins back?
Yeah.
Oh, because I think.
Ooh,
Yeah, we
yeah,
may or may
It was a
not.
There was-
misunderstanding.
Sorry.
I know.
Sorry, I feel
Okay.
real bad about it now, if that makes you feel better.
That's all right.
I don't. They attacked us. I tried to talk to them.
They did. I heard the whole story.
Sorry.
No. That it is a war, and both
Onward
of
and
you
upward, I guess.
I
were
apologize for
sent
nothing.
to.
I also don't apologize. I tried with each and every one of them, like, hey, let's not do this. And they were like, ugh.
Yeah, they didn't want to leave any witnesses to the assassination attempt. You guys
fair.
crossed paths. It was
It was a thing.
It was a bad move before it got started, and it wasn't any of your guys' fault.
I, feel
I
like
agree.
That's pretty
Thank
low
you.
on my list of crimes. So
I know.
that one doesn't weigh heavily on my conscience.
Yeah, what are we going to walk into here?
Oh,
with,
yeah, like, do we have to...
You know.
Is Delores safe going over to the
I would like to be
palace?
clear that it wasn't my fault, even though I do take accountability for it.
She had
kind
no
of a
control
gravity
over...
thing.
Yeah, she had no
Yes.
control over where her vehicle crash landed.
Take it up with Isaac Newton. You don't know who that is, but that's your real enemy. That's who you're really mad at, not me.
All right, when we get to the palace, I will write that down. We're also looking for Isaac Newton.
On the list of grudges, yes.
Yes, that's one of them. Thank
That's
you.
the fakest name I've ever heard. Isaac Newton.
I think he has like an apple for a head or something.
No. He ate apples until his head turned blue.
Oh.
That's where the fig Newton comes from.
Yep. All the figs.
You heard it here
So he
first,
turned
folks.
into a munchkin?
Dolores. So one of the things that have granted the witches so much insight into what's going on in the land is they do have some pet tressums.
What?
Everyone
sorry,
can
what?
roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to
Yeah, I was
say,
gonna
am I
say,
supposed to
Holy
know what
fuck is
that is?
I don't know.
Trust him, I hardly know him. I was making that joke. 7.
Arcana check. That is an 18.
A 15?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Very nice.
I do make that joke.
Oh, Cal, you're too much. Dolores, you heard of this because there were there was one table in the back of your diner that a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons nerds would go to play every other Thursday.
This
They
is
took a
all
whole
factual?
table at a
Very
diner.
back.
Of course they did.
That's so rude.
Yeah, no, it was a corner booth. It was actually a very nice,
Jesus.
comfortable place to play.
Talking about zooming
and
out.
So you heard them talk about tressums. Tressums are magical creatures. They are cats with owl wings who can turn invisible and read minds and talk.
Oh, wow.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. What? Magical what?
Cat
With
with
wings?
owl wings
With wings?
that can read minds and turn invisible and talk.
Altogether, we make up one tressum. As
Oh,
a team.
you're a cat?
I'm a cat.
You're
Tito
a
has
cat?
wings.
You can fly. Oh, can anybody turn invisible?
Sonny.
Dolores.
Dolores can.
There you go.
Here we go. Well,
I can't.
And you can read minds.
I can read minds.
What do you mean you can't turn invisible?
I can't.
Out of game. Didn't you not turn invisible to hide, sneak around?
You did. You cast invisibility in the.
when we were in the bucket, right? You were in
Yeah,
the barrel.
you locked in invisibility
and then you were like
as a spell.
out of it, and
You have knock and invisibility.
No, you're dead on. 100%.
I listened to this like
Oh, yeah, you're right.
yesterday.
You're right,
I'm not
you're right.
fucking crazy.
You're
right?
not fucking
Okay,
crazy.
Jesus.
Okay.
You're not
Wait,
crazy.
wait.
Rewind that. I can turn invisible and read minds.
Yeah, so
there we
altogether,
go.
we're like one good tressum.
Yeah, they have.
And Terry can talk.
Each of the.
I can.
You're great at it.
The best.
That was Sean, not Shabira.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. That was Justyn, not Terry.
Please, right here. Jessabelle and Jennabelle each had their own tressum that sticks with them, provides information. So one of them, Algernon, was with Jennabelle on that day. So we had a first-hand eyewitness to everything that happened. So,
Jessabelle's the one that's alive, right?
yes.
Okay. Is Jessabelle gonna be like cool about it?
She heard the report. She is sad that her sister is gone, but she doesn't believe that Delores purposefully drove a big metal horse
good.
from the sky into her.
Good.
I will say from what I heard, she is a little peeved at using the celebrity of killing her sister for your benefit. She doesn't love that.
Hang on, I didn't pick celebrity status. Okay, celebrity status picked me when they asked me who I was and I said my name and then everyone started cheering it. And I literally was like, okay, shh, none of that, please. Maybe like quiet down, like we don't like.
It was the
maybe like we
Munchkins.
don't cheer my name loudly and associating with
Okay.
crime.
Okay.
She never bragged about it personally to us.
Okay,
It was,
good.
No.
That'll probably help.
She's a little
Anytime
rough.
it came up, it was always with an air of like.
Okay.
She's a little rough around the edges.
Not one
but
of my
she's not
prouder
a
moments in
murderer.
life. Okay, I wouldn't call it an accomplishment.
If I'm not mistaken, she did murder a Winky soldier who was helpless by pushing him into a defecation pit.
That we did.
Erroneous on both counts.
What is
All right.
To be fair, we did not have all the facts, and I was about 3 days old.
Fair.
So
These are all good points.
We are all learning and growing together.
Okay.
Also,
from
to be
this
fair, I was
experience.
dropped into the middle of some serious long-term conflict, and I feel like I've been here for like, at that point, I was here for like a few days. I had no context. Okay, but
You're right.
to be fair,
You're right.
I fell out of the sky and picked an
Ignorance
allegiance.
is not an excuse, but we are definitely using it as an excuse.
Guys, you asked what you would be walking into, and I told you. I genuinely, everything you're saying makes sense to me. I totally, I will stick up for you. Terry says that you're... Terry says that you're on the level, and I trust Terry implicitly. And also, so you know how I just mentioned the invisible flying cats that can
they hear
read
right
There's one here.
minds?
now.
No, but there was one with the assassins. Guys, remember how at the end of episode Riddle Me This, Scareman, I said, so what's all going through your minds? What are your surface thoughts?
I don't remember my thoughts.
Sneaky dungeon master.
Mine or I'm fine with mine.
All of you
I don't remember my thoughts.
had very fine thoughts. Just a quick recap. Cal was like, we need to find Shabira, but like mostly Yonan.
Yeah.
All of you were like, I'm very skeptical. Sonny, your thoughts specifically were, I want to get to Winky Country and find out what's up because I don't trust this wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And Delores, your thoughts were to the effect of, I don't like that the wizard is my uncle. And I'm worried that people are looking at me differently because of that.
Okay, I stand by that.
Yeah. So Sean thought you all did a great job.
Thank you, DM.
Not having incriminating
Of
thoughts
not-
at that moment.
in that
We
moment.
did not incriminate ourselves in that moment.
Yes. So
Oh, God.
Thank you, passed us.
we really, I genuinely, it's very intrusive to read people's minds. So I genuinely apologize that we did that to you without your permission.
Yes, it is intrusive to read people's minds.
Dolores has some issues about that.
What?
Oh, okay.
I don't have the ability to do that.
No,
You have
that you
issues
had an
with
issue
people
with
doing
Other
it.
people, yeah, no, I don't like that. It
Yes,
feels weird.
so I genuinely from the bottom of my heart apologize, and I know how intrusive it would feel. We weren't trying to do it to you. We were trying to do it to other people. It doesn't make it better, but yeah, I'm sorry that we did that. But in the end, it did let us know for a fact that you guys aren't going to kill my mentor as soon as you see her. So that's a good step.
No.
Yeah, no,
No,
definitely
no,
would not
definitely
do that.
not.
Terry puts up a finger and is like, my darling, I will do whatever you ask of me or do whatever you ask me not to do.
Thank you.
I still have a lot of about your
Situations.
situation, and I would hope that if we are to meet with this, I can't say the name, just say the name.
Which?
Jessabelle?
That one.
Gotcha.
If we are to meet with her, just know that my fury is righteous and that I will very much let her have a piece of my mind once we see her.
All right. I ask only that you hear her out. That's it.
That's totally fair. As I squeeze in right next to these two.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're tight in this carriage.
Just
Normal carriage, I feel
snuggles
like
right in.
4 people max in a carriage, and we have at least 5 in a dog.
Yeah, it's a small dog.
Your words are true, Catman. I will hear her out.
Very mature tampering of your emotions, Terry.
Proud of you, Terry.
I rub the back of your neck just like she did before, which Terry canonically likes.
Roll with disadvantage.
Persuasion to calm you down. Fool. I scratch you. I'm like, sorry. Thought that would go better.
Fuck.
Got claws.
Duh.
You know what I was also
I'm used to
thinking
nicks and
about?
scratches. It's okay.
What are you also thinking about?
You know, just more reasons to distrust the wizard and think he's bad. You were saying that your brother is being held captive by Spindy Clawford, right?
That does seem to be the going thing.
And Phineas told me that the person who's ruling the North right now does the wizard's bidding.
Yeah.
So he's definitely being imprisoned on the wizard's
Oh
order.
my god,
Yes.
my uncle is such an ass.
Yes.
Yeah, Shabira, can you tell Cal anything about what the goings on in Gilligan
you know
country, as
anything
far
about
as you know currently, up to date?
Yeah. We know that the denizens of Gilligan country have agreed to the Clawford rule because they have a Broadtooth connection.
Right.
No one has seen Yonin in years. Mm-hmm. And all of the heraldry, all the bannerage, everything going on in Gilligan country, even though it's being done by the right of the Broadtooths, has the sign of the Clawfords on it.
Okay.
What we are concerned about and what we believe might be happening is right before Jessabelle and Jennabelle escaped the wizard, he mentioned a puppet spell. That's all the information
The wizard
we
did?
have. The wizard did. So we're wondering if that has something to do with Yonin's situation. But again, we don't know anything else about the spell. So that is why we have been putting some effort into that, but we've had kind of a wall trying to figure out.
Oh, I'll hit a wall.
Like in the same context, that would mean that you can't progress any further.
Oh, no. I could. Yeah.
You're gonna punch a wall?
Like, I want to right now. I'm very frustrated.
Please don't. You are strong. I think you would hurt the carriage.
Yeah, so I take a drink from my flask.
Terry throws up his hands. Here you go, pal.
Ah, yeah,
and
do a
lets
little-
him like
yeah.
shadow box.
I do a little of that, a little that does. And then I drink a little bit more. I pass my flask around to anybody.
Shabira takes a big swig.
Nice.
Terry,
Nice.
in solidarity with his long lost love, takes a big swig as well.
Straight great
Do you
alcohol.
not
That
know?
I
is
don't know who I am.
nice.
Yeah,
Celine doesn't know
Munchkin.
who she
When's the
is.
last time you had Munchkin Land green alcohol?
I think the last time I was in Munchkinland.
We've got you covered.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good. That's great.
Whoa! We're running low.
There's like 3 jugs.
Yeah.
My backpack's
Still
like filled with
hidden in
alcohol
my
right now.
tummy.
We're down to 1.5.
Yeah.
Is that what you're taking notes on? Like that?
I have that written down. Yeah.
The only notes Jake's taking.
How
Do you
much
think-
alcohol
It's
do I
like a
currently
fuel
have?
gauge. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
just
Basically.
slowly ticking down.
I'm afraid to run out.
I'm just saying, I'm an animated sack of cloth, so, like, would I have anything to do with the puppet spell, do you think, Magic Lady?
We only know its name.
Oh, alright.
Like that's the only thing we have for it. Well, that's not true. We also know. Well, we suspect that it's this clock person who taught it to the wizard.
Taught the puppet spell.
That's what we're thinking.
That it came from the clock wizard.
Yeah.
You said you know where to find the clock wizard.
No.
Oh.
We know how to find the clock wizard.
Oh.
Not where.
Not where.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so now you guys have been riding for a while, and it's getting dark, and the rock of the carriage is kind of making all of your eyes heavy. And as that happens, you guys all one by one realize that this is probably the safest you've been since you left Shuttertown. No one's trying to get you. You're not in hostile territory. You don't have to hide who you are. You can just be for a minute. And that thought comforts you as you slowly fall asleep. And as you guys, the 3 of you, Sonny, Delores, and Cal, drift off. Shabira lays her head on Terry's chest, and Terry, you feel her take a huge breath in and let it out in a way that you have felt when you get back to your cabin after a long day. She lets out a sigh like she's finally home.
Ow!
Oh.
And
Single
she falls asleep.
Terry goes into Sentry's rest, but doesn't take his eyes off of Shabira for 1 second the entire night.
That's my idea of you scanning your human eyes. While I was going back to Shabira.
Like human eyes, actually.
Like they sound.
Sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and you guys,
Get that checked out.
you guys are awoken by a clunk, 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 clunk.
Oh, I thought we were getting another like dream
Oh.
interaction when you said sleep.
Yeah,
That's why I was like, oh no.
As soon as I said sleep, like half of the room like gave me big eyes. And I was like, yeah, it's just this is the nighttime, so
Okay.
sleep. And then you wake up with the ba-bum ba-bum. And you guys, you hear the early morning chirp of birds and a couple of them being like, out of the way, because they talk. And you look out. You look out the carriage windows and you see you have just entered a courtyard. Yes, Celine.
Wait, in the carriage ride, did we see a sunset?
No.
Ah. All right.
Maybe
Damn.
tomorrow.
I'm like, we gotta complete your set.
I'm almost there.
2 more.
So you guys clunk clunk clunk, and you look out the window. You see that you have entered a courtyard of a large keep. So it's very like if you watch Game of Thrones, very like Winterfell. How like there are the big city walls, and then like lots of smaller buildings, and the actual keep itself inside the city walls. This courtyard is filled with tents and what look like refugees from Winky Town. There's a large section where a bunch of Winky soldiers are giving out, like ladling out soup, and, you know, handing out provisions, passing out blankets, things like that. And then you see a lot of both Winkies and anthropomorphic dead animals, just like, you know, kind of surviving. That's the order of the day. And then the carriage stops.
Pretty grim.
Yeah, pretty grim. And Shabira goes, all right, we're here.
Are like the other Winkies gonna be cool? Oh wait, I forgot my accent.
That's cool.
Take two.
Take two. Are the other Winkies gonna be cool about us being here?
Yeah, you're with me.
Okay, all right.
If it makes you feel more comfortable, you could disguise yourself as a
No,
more
it's fine.
person-looking person.
We can just get it over with. It's fine.
Okay.
Speaking of, in terms of disguises, I personally will have took off my Winky uniform.
You guys are back in your
Back
civvies?
into our
absolutely,
civvies. So
yeah.
Regular
It
self.
seems disrespectful at
Fair.
this point.
Fair. That makes sense.
Feeling regal this morning, and I make my cloak billow.
Oh my
Very
goodness.
fancy.
He exits the carriage and just
Yes,
cloak billow.
yes, indeed. I take a big long swig from my flask. I top it off. And I look at everybody and go, in the way I just did. And then, I get out. And I look around and I'm like, yes, a castle. Nice.
Pretty grim.
These are good structures.
Compared to Gilligan country where it's always grim. It's like, this is normal for me.
All right.
We're a war people.
You are. That makes sense. So Shabira starts leading the way into the keep proper. She's got 4 guards walking with her at all times. And you see that she has this gift of kind of lightening the mood wherever she goes. She stops and talks to a bunch of the people, the refugees and the soldiers, calls them all by name. And you see that when, like, the great Shabira knows their name, their faces light up, and she's asking personal questions like, hey, how are your kids doing? Did they get the extra blankets I sent you? Okay, that's awesome. Oh, Franklin, your shell is looking.
Oh my goodness.
I knew it.
Love
I
that.
knew
And then
Hey,
as
it's Franklin.
Hey.
and you guys walk over to you walk
Inspiration?
past
Nothing?
the. I'm talking.
Sorry.
You walk past the one of the tables where they're ladling up soup, and you guys recognize Captain Richard Schlong from episode 2. One of the naked guys who you didn't, the one you questioned.
Oh, hey!
It seems like he got bumped down to serving soup.
Yeah.
Um,
He got straight ambushed.
Does he
did.
see us?
He did. Let me roll a die. I'll see. Nope.
Nice.
Excellent.
We're gonna continue
part of me
with
wants
that.
to go over there and apologize.
No,
Nah, don't do that. He's
Scare him
gonna-
in, scare him in now.
I don't think he's gonna want us to see him
What if I
serving the
just,
slop.
fair, what if I
like-
just like shoot a message to his brain?
Do whatever you
do
do.
we
You're
want?
you are a
No,
7-day-old grown-up. You do what you're gonna
absolutely
do.
No, it's, it's fine. Every other time I've tried to do this, it ends up being a scene. So we're just gonna walk.
Cool.
Also, Richard
If I see him
Schlong.
later.
Let him
The
heal.
best name.
Yeah,
That's why I had to bring it back.
give it some time.
Yeah, no, I love him.
He was only in one episode, so. All
We'll
right.
see him later.
So you guys are marched through this keep. You see that a lot of the finery and like fanciful things that you would expect in a
Filigree.
keep aren't there. Filigree's a word. Aren't there. There are no tapestries. There are no paintings. You don't really see anything gold plated, or everything seems to be functional. And some of it is nicer, like you'll see a big old cauldron with some filigree on it.
Oh.
But it's there is no form without function. Let's say everything there has a purpose. Some of it is a little bit nicer, but nothing is just there just to be nice.
I like that.
And
Probably sold all of
Yes.
it to fund the war effort.
And you are led up and up and up to the top tower in this keep. And Shabira looks back at you guys and is like, I just asked that you try to be respectful.
Should I take off my boots? Should I take off my boots?
No. Those are your boots now.
No, I think you're...
All right, I'll wear the boots.
I think considering everything, you're
Do I take my
okay.
shoes off? Do I just leave them on?
Is it- is it
Those
weird?
were her sister's boots.
If
That's
you
the
take-
thing.
That's why it.
Yeah,
That's it.
like maybe disguise them so they're like maybe red.
I'm gonna take the boots off.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them in my bag.
Cool. Yeah, I respect that. That seems respectful.
I'm wearing my socks though. Not seeing these toes for free.
Gonna have to get an OnlyFans for that.
Amazing.
So,
Wait. You said try to be respectful.
yes.
Is there anything
Or their customs.
that she would? Yeah, like what are the customs here?
The customs are don't talk
Wait.
into her brain without permission.
Love it. All right, very clear and concise instruction.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Pretty much just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Can
I'm just
do,
gonna.
yeah.
I'm just good. Yeah, it's fine. We're good.
All right. Shabir nods to Kevy Plug, who's still there. Kevy knocks 3 times and then opens the door, and it says, Your Majesty, Shabira. And Jessabelle looks over, and she is beautiful. She has long corn silk blonde hair, a flowing yet comfortable yellow robe, a yellow and like orange checkered scarf around her neck, a yellow witch's hat upon her head, and she looks over, and you guys see the eyes of someone who is exhausted, who has been single-handedly fighting a war for years. And the exhaustion doesn't leave, but there's a little glimmer of happiness when she sees Shabira. And she said, Oh, my darling, how did it go? And Shabira says, it went really well. The kids did a really great job. You should have heard the voices they used. It was so cute.
Good job, team.
And yeah, the town was very respectful. I'm really glad that you let me go. She's like, Of course. You and my sister had a very special relationship, and I wanted you to be able to honor that. Oh, and it seems your friends found you, didn't it, dear? And Shabira goes, yeah, they did. Jessabelle, this is Terry. He's the guy I was telling you about. And she looks over at you, warm smile, and reaches out a hand and says, Terry, I owe you an apology that unfortunately your life was ruined by a decision I took part in. And I hope you can forgive me one day when you hear why this decision had to be made. Guards, please, Kevy, exit the room. And the 5 guards, all holding pole arms, except for Kevy. Kevy's got a big stick. All exit the room and shut it behind them.
Good old Kevy. I like you, brother.
Kevy's a good guy. The door shuts behind. Yes.
Question out of the situation. The axe was a gift from the, I can't remember who, the wizard or her?
The wizard.
The wizard gave the axe to her sister.
To Jessabelle.
Wizard gave to Jessabelle. Shabira took from Jessabelle to give to Terry.
Got it.
But there was a curse apparently upon it that she didn't know about, and the reason that Jessabelle didn't use it is because she mistrusted the wizard, and sure enough,
Perfect.
She was dead on.
yeah.
It's a real 6th Harry Potter vibe of cursed gifts getting misdirected.
Still out of game. before
Good.
talking.
Inspiration.
So,
Yes, I got one!
Yes.
very nice.
Wow.
You got to make a reference. I get.
Oh.
So,
So not Paul Simon.
Shabira was able to use Nick, and he didn't chop her limbs off.
No, she never actually used him because he was
Oh,
too
because
big.
she was. I'm sorry.
Right.
No,
right.
no, that's
yeah,
fine.
He
she
didn't trust
couldn't
it.
chop with him.
Right,
and it was
right.
when you tried your first chop.
So nobody used
Nick prior
Nick
to
to
you.
chop.
Nope.
Until I tried to chop with him, and I gotcha.
Yep.
Caught up.
Even though, like, now that you and Nick are connected, you can change his shape when you guys can work together to make him a smaller axe if you want. Shabira didn't know that was like one of his powers. She just like met a talking great axe in a cupboard, and because she was shit at axe work, she asked him for some tips.
Cool.
Yeah.
Caught up.
Cool. All the guards leave, and the door shuts behind them. And Jessabelle looks over at Shabira and says, I think it's time that you take your glasses off, dear. And Shabira takes off her glasses, and as they leave her face, her entire pallor changes. None of her features change, but she is no longer blue. She is a deep, deep green. And Jessabelle looks over and says, Terry, I'd like to introduce you to your love, Queen Ozma.
I knew it! What?
I kneel.
I also kneel.
I pick up on the social cues and kneel as well.
She says, oh my god, please stand. Please don't do that.
I should know.
But I said, please. She shrugs her shoulders.
Wow.
This is a real sort of mind fuck, even though, especially for someone who doesn't have one.
But I do put my hand out for a high five for Terry. I'm like, yeah, nice.
Yeah, low bones.
Terry, stiff as a
bones.
board,
Yeah,
didn't
dude.
do anything when everybody was kneeling. Just leans over, gives him a little slap.
And Shabira looks desperately at you. What does she see in your face?
Surprise for sure, but not unwelcome surprise. Just
Okay.
like processing in the moment, just like, oh my god, she was the queen the whole time. She was the freaking queen the whole time, and I was like,
Terry,
totally.
you're gonna be king.
I was like, just like, what's guy? And then like, she came on and she was cool, and we like chopped wood together, and like, I didn't know she was. I thought she was just like, down here, and now she's like up here, and I was. That's
Terry?
without saying.
Oh, okay,
anything.
cool.
That's
That's
what was. That was what's
Gotcha.
going through my head at that
Cool.
moment. So I'm just kind of like stiff as a board, just like,
Back to day one when he met her and just like stood and stared.
yeah,
Back there.
yeah. It's
She's
very
like,
similar.
she actually seems a little comforted by that. Like, this is familiar. This is good. This is good.
And
Breathe.
Terry
Aw.
faints. Terry topples over, just absolutely falls over.
And you hear the like clunk clunk of his metal limbs hitting the ground. And Shabira looks over at Sonny and just goes, well, that went better than expected.
Green's a lovely color on you.
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Wow, this is a lot.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Glad you're alive.
Thanks, me too.
Um,
Should we wake him up?
yeah. Don't
All right.
put water on him though to do it.
I take some grain alcohol on my finger and I rim around the outside of his nostrils with it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, you wake right the fuck up.
Good morning, sweetheart.
What the fuck? The sight of Shabira, quote unquote.
What do we call you now?
Ooh, I prefer Shabira.
Okay.
It feels like a nickname my friends call me, and Queen Ozma doesn't feel like me, if that makes sense.
Completely understandable.
Easier too. If you, like, as far as the disguise goes, if we don't switch,
Yeah. We're
Then you
more
don't
likely to keep you in
mess up,
disguise
yeah.
if
Yeah.
we just keep calling
these
you
guys
what we
are
know you
really
as.
bad at it.
Yeah, I heard Terry just straight up call you Cal, and then Sonny called you Al, and then your axe called you Pal.
Yep.
So it's just consistency helps. That's all I'm saying.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh wow. Does this totally change everything?
So where do we go from here?
So Terry, if you will, and this is Jessabelle to be clear. Jessabelle looks over at you, Terry, and says, please don't hold this against Shabira. She genuinely didn't know who she was when she met you. With her permission, we removed her childhood memories so she wouldn't be a danger to herself and we could keep her safe.
Question.
Oh, it's so sad.
So like you wiped her memories, yeah. But did she not take her glasses off to like go to bed, take a shower? Did she not notice her skin color changing back and forth?
She did.
Okay.
But Jennabelle was the type of person who thought a lack of knowledge is the best security.
Yeah.
So all she said was, this is for a reason. This
Okay.
is keeping you safe.
Cool.
Never went into details, didn't tell her anything, thought that the lack of memory would be best. And it wasn't until she found out that Shabira had been sneaking away to meet Terry that she realized that Shabira's never going to take her own security seriously until she knows why. So that is when she, Jennabelle, decided to send Shabira to me so she could have a fresh start knowing who she is. And I would be able to keep her safe with her help as opposed to trying to do it.
Keeping her in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was my sister's. My sister thought it was best, and I genuinely understand where she was coming from, but I think she was wrong in this. And I think she was wrong to tear you away from her, Terry. Now that you're here, I see that the safest thing for Shabira is to have you close to her.
Oh.
So I'm glad that you're here.
Terry has just been processing the whole time. But you said she Jessabelle had held out a hand before. And
Yeah.
said, like a genuine, like, I'm sorry. After hearing all of that, and taking a moment, Terry turns to her and walks up to her if he was farther away and shakes her hand. Is like, I've been such a fool.
And she does that thing where, like, she has your hand and she puts her hand on top of it in, like, a gesture of comfort. And it's like, it's not foolish to fall in love, and it's not foolish to follow your feelings. Don't be too hard on yourself, okay? You're hard enough already. And then she knocks on your shoulder.
I knew it was coming.
He breaks out into roaring laughter.
Cool.
Just absolutely. It's you.
What are you are?
All right. And that brings us to our next point. Now that you guys are here and you know everything that's going on, you're welcome to help us if you want to help win the war, but none of you are under any obligation to do so. We have some resources that we think might help you, but we don't want to make any more enemies. And you guys seem pretty good at whatever you set your minds to. So whatever we can do to keep this cordial, we'd like to do. And we have a little bit of information that might help some of you guys, and we will gladly give it to you, and you can do with what you will.
Do you know about the buffalo bug, wiffle bug, the detention facility?
The Bafflebug Detention Center?
Yeah, that one.
We do.
My dad's stuck there.
Who is your dad?
Al Crowley.
And when she hears that name, Jessabelle gets a big smile.
Yeah, he was in your play.
Yeah.
That's my dad. I didn't know he was so smart or so important.
Yeah, actually, he was a great student and a great friend. After the war, he decided that he didn't want this life, so he retired. And he Al Crowley is his given name, but when he was under me, he took on like a pseudonym, like a nom de, not a nom de plume. It's more not a nom de plume. It was a
bird.
It was a nom de arcana.
Oh,
And
wizard name.
A wizard name, and he went by Ravenswood.
Sexy.
So is he a crow or is he a
Right out there
raven?
with
He's a
Richie's
crow,
song.
but he thought the name Ravenswood sounded more austere.
Ravens, plural, not raven.
Yes, Ravenswood.
Have we come across that term before?
Not ever.
Okay, cool.
I made it up yesterday.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll cut. The audience can think you're smart.
Yeah, I mean, I do the first cuts. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have been looking for him for quite some time. He wrote a paper about the interconnectivity of liminal spaces vis-a-vis, et cetera, et cetera. And
Shrooms, yeah.
Shrooms, yeah. And that was based on an experiment that he had done with the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And after that experiment is when the wizard started talking about his other master and this master of clocks.
Oh.
So he connected through, based on Al's, my dad's, like, studies, he used that to connect himself to the time wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, your uncle's a dick.
I'm getting that. I am certainly picking up on that.
Was he like that before?
Oh, yeah, was the wizard always an asshole?
Before the paper?
He was always nice to your face.
Yeah.
And he was always a little bit dubious.
Mm-hmm.
And there was always a little mischievousness.
Politician.
It's fun.
A little of that vibe. But I will say, after his experiment with Al, he hid his true nature a little bit less. He was a little bit more outwardly manipulative and conniving.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's because that changed him or because he stopped hiding.
When did...
That is... Oh, no. Go,
No,
go.
I was just going to say, like, when was the study and when did that happen in the timeline of events of, like, the flood and the boggening and the... what was the other one? Engladening.
You've heard of the englading.
I have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we know.
We're becoming masters of geography.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
This country is severely waterlogged, apparently.
Well, that all happened after the Great Tsunamification.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
of course.
course.
The Great Tsunamification was
Thousands of years ago.
that's what made the land so saturated and
And that's not even
susceptible
talking about the
to-
torrential monsoons.
Oh, no, don't even get me starting on the monsoon season. The monsooning.
Jesus Christ.
Rather it be a mon-latering. Am I right, guys?
Hey.
I got it all around.
Inspiration.
Yeah!
And Brooke, you too, inspiration.
Inspiration.
You get
Yes.
inspiration. And
Inspiration's
you
around.
get inspiration.
The Oprah of D&D. All right. What were we just talking about? Winky.
When did he change?
When did the change in the studies happened in the timeline of water events?
Before.
Oh yeah,
all of
water
that.
jokes were our last thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was before any of the wars. He had been here for about 10 years at that point. doing magical research with the king and with, I was going to call him Ravenswood, with Al.
So all the trouble started after.
Yes.
Me thinks something about this time wizard has to do with all the problems in Oz.
Yeah, it very well might be. Unfortunately, part of how this magic works is you regress your own personal life, and then the magic kind of supercharges that regression and brings you back into your family history. So...
I'm sorry, can you explain that one more time for me?
Not really, that's all I got. Al's the only one who knows more specifics.
This is what his study was about?
Yes, it was using
Repeat.
liminal spaces and psychedelics to regress back into your own personal timeline, to revisit your past, and then they supercharged it magically to send you to your family's past.
Like, actually send you, or just, like, mentally?
The first experiment was only mentally. The second experiment was physically. It was you send your mind back and then your body follows. That's why you need the liminal spaces, because it's an unused space, and liminal spaces
Maybe I'm from the future.
are connected interdimensionally.
Maybe.
Maybe my mind got sent back to the past.
Maybe.
But I know somebody who could maybe travel to the same place. Dot.
We all look over.
Nervous laughter.
You're Merlin's descendants, according to that partial prophecy that we got.
According to that.
According to the Wugglebug.
Whoever that is, Merlin.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Do you, Jessabelle, know anything
But it seems
about
to be
this
important.
prophecy?
Yeah, we got a prophecy by a Wugglebug.
You met the Wugglebug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
What was
Yeah.
he-
We're
what
like
was-
this.
What was he like?
Riddly.
He's like a big question nerd.
Yeah,
Very
he did
precocious.
like the
That's
riddles.
awesome. That's so cool. We do have a prophecies wing in the library, if you could be more specific.
Oh, I can read it to you right now if you'd like.
Yeah.
It said, when two roots of Merlin's tree converse amongst the verdancy, together they'll change Oz for good, awakened, prince, and bane of wood. Once you're repeating, do you know this one?
Keep going. Keep
Okay.
going.
Once was gone, regain your crown. These walls built up must tumble down. Once there's peace across the land.
For her, a new quest is at hand.
Oh, we didn't get that part.
Wait, what?
No, we accidentally pushed the Bugglebug over and he died, I think. A part of him died that was giving us the problem. I don't know. We didn't get the last line.
For her, a new quest is at hand.
And what does that mean to you?
That once the wizard has been defeated, one of the people who are mentioned in the prophecy will move on.
I think you're in
the
here.
next. What?
I think you're in the prophecy. I'm saying Shabira to Shabira.
I was gonna say, who
Okay.
are we talking
Oh,
to?
yes.
To Shabira. I think Shabira is the once was gone, regain your crown.
Yeah, we've had the same thought.
And we're awakened prince and bane of wood. Her
That never occurred to me.
What?
That part right there.
the awakened
Yes.
prince, bane of wood? We had a whole conversation about
Just
it.
because I nailed the riddles does not mean that I'm good at the critical
Doesn't
thinking.
mean I know what it means, okay?
Different riddle skills.
Exactly.
Got it. I'm very prophecy leading.
Not me.
Cool. Yeah, we had that thought too.
So then we think Delores and the wizard, since they're related, are the roots of Merlin's tree, and
Okay.
they discussed amongst
The green.
The green.
That makes sense.
But nothing happened.
So the five of us here need to tear down the wall so Oz can be at peace again, and then someone's moving on.
I don't want to die.
That's a new
I don't think
adventure.
it's death necessarily.
The final frontier.
Yeah.
I've heard to die would be
mighty big
yeah, exactly.
adventure.
I've heard to die is a mighty big adventure. So
For the record, I don't think that's what that means. I don't think you're gonna
No?
die.
Good.
I know. I
Thank
also
you.
don't think you're gonna die.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Well,
reassuring.
50-50. Just saying.
Illy,
put it
thank
at
you for being
65.
honest.
Yeah.
We had also been studying that prophecy to see if it was any use to us, and once we realized that we weren't the principals of it, we kind of put it aside.
So
But
let's
you're getting called to the principal's office now,
I don't get that reference.
like a principal of a school. Oh, that's right. Schools are illegal. You don't have them anymore, do you?
No, I'm rich. I had private tutors my whole life. Like the two.
Wow.
The two best
Flex,
tutors.
Jesse.
Awkward.
Flex.
Privilege,
This is
okay.
really awkward. Yep.
Wait, no, you guys went
Winky
to...
privilege, it's fine.
Feeling super poor over here.
right?
What did they do?
What do who do?
Them. They went tutored.
I guess they figured it out. I don't know.
That's what I've been doing since day one. So yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, son.
I agree. Well, and I sweep out my cloak and I'm like, the whole of, well, me as a representative of Gillikin country is behind you in this endeavor.
That's wonderful to know.
And if we could figure that out, the rest of Gillikin country would be behind you too.
Thank you so much, says Jessabelle, for
Thank you for
lending your support to our cause, Cal Broadtooth. King Cal Broadtooth.
I bow.
We
No.
Shabira bows.
I kneel.
I bow. I'm bowing.
Okay.
Everyone
Can I
bows.
make an
Terry gives just like a fist over the heart
And my axe.
and a slight nod of the head. Yeah.
My brother Yonan is still alive, so I am not king.
We consider your brother to be a captive of the Clawfords. So he is not free to act on his own, which is the only reason that I referred to you as the king. If that came off as disrespectful, I apologize.
That's
What about-
okay.
what about King Regent?
No, that would be like a baby. If I was
Oh.
taking care of a baby.
Oh.
How about
Steward?
steward?
Yeah.
Steward feels right.
Oh, wait, your name can be Steward. That can be your cover.
No, I
now.
don't like that though.
No,
now.
Stu.
No.
Stop, Stewie.
Ugh.
How
Ugh.
about Prince? Even if Yonan was the king, you would still be Prince.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
But I want to go save him.
I think that's a great idea to reinstate the Broadtooths, because then we could have Gillikin's forces.
Mm-hmm,
I agree.
That we save Phineas from the wizard.
Yeah,
And then it's 3 against 1.
I love that.
Wait, say
And there is no
Because
ruler.
Galinda is loyal to Phineas, and Phineas right now
so
is...
if we can get Phineas on our side, then we get the might of Quadling.
Not even on our side, just away from the wizard.
Fair. Okay.
That's how many?
And then what
3?
about the Munchkins? The Munchkins are following
The
Linda?
Munchkins have no...
Like, what's up with them right now?
Region,
What happened since
currently.
we left?
Basically nothing. When the Civil War started and the emboggening was complete, Munchkin Land had been flooded with anti-witch propaganda. So they believe everything that the wizard says. So Glinda has been looking after both Quadling Country and Munchkin Land since Jessabelle was exiled at the beginning of the war. The wizard used to say something, and I never understood what he meant until now, but it was a phrase that he picked up back home, he said, that was what did he say? It was, lies can travel around the world before the truth has time to put its boots on. It was something like that he used to say. And I never understood what it meant until I was saved by my sister and we were brought back here. And then when she tried to go home, the whole country was against her already. And no amount of wait, he's the actual bad guy would convince the people.
How does the wizard have magic?
I don't know.
That's fair. We don't know either.
How did he originally get magic?
No. In the play, he was
Yeah.
separated.
Yep.
How does he have any now?
I don't know.
Does he have any now? Because the illusions. But Phineas wasn't very good at magic back in the day, based on the play.
Yeah.
But now he seems good at it.
Well, he's been practicing for years.
I'm merely a humble woodsman.
I was going to make a Geno Smith reference, but that would be lost on
It
this
would-
whole group.
It would
You're right.
occur to me that if the wizard is separated from his magic, he is siphoning it from elsewhere, using other magical beings, things, to perpetuate himself as much as he can.
That would make sense. That sounds like something he would do.
Now you've come 1-to-1 with the wizard's magic. Does that feel like Sonny's magic?
Hello.
Hi.
Sonny's like 9 days old or something.
And my dad was saying that I might be a prominent person who's been missing for a while would make sense.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So...
You know of anybody like that?
So far, I've been thinking I could be from the future from this mind meld thing.
Cool.
I could be Yonin.
Yeah.
I could be the wizard.
Yeah.
I could be
Well, you're definitely...
your dad.
You're
I
definitely...
could be...
Oh. Okay.
Oh, wow. That's a new one.
I don't know, I'm just saying.
Don't sound like King Osmodan.
But I don't know if I
and
would
you
necessarily.
don't sound like Yonin. That's all I got.
Valid.
Maybe I'm Tatty Poo.
Could you be
You
the
might
Gnome
be.
King?
You could be Mombi. You could be
Maybe
Teddy
I'm the
Poo,
Gnome
You
King.
could be the Gnome King.
Hold.
What?
Do you think that you could be the clock guy?
The time wizard?
Yeah.
Master of clocks?
Wouldn't he try and separate
No,
you
he's-
because
He sounds evil. I don't want to be
that's
him.
okay, you don't have to, you're whoever you want to be.
Thank you, Delores.
You know, not whoever you were.
Self-determination.
That's
Well,
it.
if anything, I think the wizard might be him.
The
There's a lot
clock
of
guy
questions.
took over the wizard's body and shunted the wizard out, which is you.
Ooh!
This is all
God.
wild speculation.
This is all just wild speculation.
But why does it make so much sense though?
Because it just makes sense if you make blanket
It's just
statements.
all of us
And
that
need no
Charlie mean
evidence.
from Sonny. working
Yes,
with
with
all
the
the wires
strings
and the
and
strings. It's
everything.
just all of
It's
us
his
right
own
now.
threads.
Friends.
And countrymen.
These are a lot of questions that need answering, but I don't think we're going to find them here.
So level-headed.
I know.
We know 3 things. We need this wizard to stop what he's doing, wizard in air quotes, to stop what he's doing. We need to find Yonin, we need to find Crowley, and we need for Dottie to...
What do you want, Dottie?
Yeah, what is it you
What is
want?
it you want? Are you trying to get home? I never found out about your car, but you seem less driven about that lately.
I really am like, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't.
Oh, she's along for the ride.
Well, the wizard told me I'm not allowed to go back.
What?
Well, he kind of said like, yeah, I really shouldn't.
Can we trust him?
No, not anymore. I mean, no.
All right.
But he said
all right.
the prophecy says on to a new adventure.
That's true. Maybe you're the one who goes on to a new adventure.
But like to what?
I
To
don't
where? I mean,
Who's to
this
say?
this has been pretty new to begin with.
Yeah.
This is new.
I don't know.
So would you say that you want to find where that new adventure is? If it's indeed about you.
Do you just want to solve this mystery?
I feel like I just want to solve the mystery. I don't know, you know? I think I still need to figure out what I want because I thought that it was supposed to be going home. And, you know, we don't need to get into my deep
That's fine.
ego death that's happening right now inside of Delores because, like, what is home? Does she have anybody to go back to? Does her family even love her or miss her? Do they even notice she's gone? Like, whatever. Like, it's
Going
trauma. So, working through it.
Well, we have
Generational trauma.
Yeah, we're healing.
we have
We're
a
healing.
pretty long to-do list, so
trying.
we have time to figure it out.
Exactly. Yeah. Right now, I feel like I want to like tear down the establishment and like dismantle. I would.
people
I
love
would say
resistance.
patriarchy, but that's not really what this is.
Well, I mean, the wizard kind of turned it into the patriarch.
I want to tear down this
Specific
green patriarchy.
This specific green patriarchy.
This one.
But
Yeah.
not you, Shabira.
Hell yeah. No.
Not
She
you,
gets it.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
I understand context clues.
I don't sometimes, so
Yeah,
I feel
that
like
makes
I need
sense.
to clarify.
So those are the things that we
Gotta do.
gotta do.
All right.
I think Yonin is step 1.
Oh, I was thinking the opposite.
Really?
Oh.
But maybe, because I don't know if we want to go back in the genetic past until after we're a little more established. How are you guys holding on in the war? It looks like you're doing bad.
We are not doing well. No.
How much longer can you do this?
Can you hold out?
6 months, probably.
Okay.
And then we're going to start needing aid for food for the populace.
Well, we've done a lot in a couple of weeks, so we can do
Yeah,
it in
getting
6
around's
months.
not too bad.
Yeah. We can do all that.
Do you have any way of contacting Ravenswood? Which is my preferred name for him now.
You're not calling him Al Crowley?
No, Ravenswood is cool.
I'm going to continue calling him Daddy.
That's well, that makes sense.
I mean, if you know where he is and you wanted to
Get him.
Yeah.
Bug Detention Center.
If that you think is the best step is to get Al Crowley, if you think that's the best thing to do first, then I would say that's the place to start.
I'm
There-
conflicted because that's not what I want to do first.
What do you want to do first?
I would like to go rescue my brother.
That's what I think we should do.
All right, cool.
There is one problem with that.
Oh.
We don't know what's happened to Yonan. We don't know if he's under the influence of this puppet spell. We don't know how it works. My fear is that you guys go to rescue him, you find him, and he's under the spell, and then a fight breaks out.
Okay, so maybe we get Crowley first so we can have his magic with us when we go to get Yonan. He can kind of help us.
Okay, yeah. No, that makes good sense.
Yeah.
And Jessabelle speaks up and says, this path that you are contemplating would be very beneficial to us in the war. And I don't feel comfortable sending you alone. So if you'd like, we could send someone with you. The Royal Artificer.
Frank?
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 Oh, you know about Frank?
What?
Yeah,
Met
well-
his cousins, Frank and Frank.
Oh, Frank and Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Frank.
Good,
Frank
yeah.
with an I?
With
Is
an
there
eye,
a,
yeah.
Is there a, how would you-
Yeah, is there a Frank?
Frank?
Frank.
Is there a
Like
Frank?
F-R-E-N-K-A? Frank?
And is there a Frank with a Y?
Frank?
You guys are
That's
throwing-
the sister.
Frank.
Oh.
The sister cousin.
That's Frank.
These are all letters.
Oh, I would love to meet Frank.
All right. Why don't you, if you'd like, I feel like this meeting has kind of wrapped itself up unless I'm misreading something. So I was going to say if you guys wanted, you could head down to his workshop downstairs.
Very well. Thank you so much. Hey, it has been a real genuine pleasure to have all of this cleared up as well as you have. And,
Thank you,
Your Highness.
Your Highness.
I'm really sorry about
Your Highness.
that. Your
Yeah.
sister. My bad. I don't think I said it. Sorry.
Thanks. Actually,
My bad.
I just feel like I should just throw it out before I leave and
Dolores, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, everyone, let's have a seat. I wanted to discuss something with you.
Oh.
Process.
Oh, you just made a mistake.
Oh, no.
No.
I knew I should have taken I did take off the boots
So when you got here to Oz, do you know how you got here?
from the sky.
Yeah, I guess I should have said, do you know why you got here?
What?
You were on an entirely different world. If I remember, it's pronounced Arth.
Yes.
You're from Arth.
I am. And
Are you also from the England?
no, I'm from USA.
Gotcha. USA, not England. Gotcha. Thank you.
and do you want like the play-by-play? I was in traffic. I fell asleep, I think, if I remember correctly. And then I woke up and I was in the sky, and then I buckled my seatbelt and I jammed on the horn and the
Yeah.
brakes, but I don't think any of that had anything to do with I used those all the time.
I know some of these words.
Uh-huh. And then, I fell and there I was.
Okay.
The initial instance of happening where I was not awake.
Okay. So yeah. So it sounds like it was out of your control.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And you arrived in Oz, from what I was told by Algernon, also goes by Allie. And then she points over and you see this big fluffy white cat with white and brown owl wings tucked to his side, big bright green eyes, and he's just giving himself a little bath.
I hit him with a pss, 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 pss.
It's like "Psst, yourself.
Great.
And then he continues giving himself a bath.
I can talk, you fuck.
right.
You're beautiful.
Of course. Algernon mentioned that you were gifted magic by Linda.
Yes. Pretty much immediately.
Okay.
It was a lot.
Here's our concern, and I genuinely would like all of you to join in. You are the niece of our greatest enemy, who was brought into our land and then granted incredible magic ability from another one of our enemies. Were asked to come here, and you landed yourself in the room with your uncle's worst enemies. And I'm not blaming you for any of this. I don't think you did anything wrong, to be very clear.
I agree.
But we're still very concerned.
That makes so much sense.
Especially with this puppet spell out there.
Okay.
Which we don't know if people are under the effects of a puppet spell. We don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Further evidence that we should go get Al Crowley first.
Agreed.
I agree. I don't want to do this. But I think, and you guys can correct me if you think I'm wrong, that we would all be safer if there wasn't a source of Linda's magic with us at all times.
Does she have a tressum?
A tressum?
Yeah.
No.
She doesn't have one.
No. She's
Okay.
not cool enough to have one.
So who has
And then-
tressums? Just you?
As of right now, just Shabira and myself. Shabira has taken, well, I should say that Callie has taken a liking to Shabira. Callie is short for Caledonia.
Oh.
And then coming in from like a little cat flap that feeds out to the sky because they can fly, comes in another tressum. This is Callie. Callie is like a base of like black fur and then like little kind of like brown stripes on her.
Cute.
And then like big black wings and like dark like yellow eyes. She's super cool. And a little golden outline around her eyes that looks like octagonal spectacles.
Cute.
Oh.
Very cute.
Cute.
And she comes in and
Not at all based on a real person.
Not at all based on anyone we know. So Kelly.
she guys, don't call out the spot. The other people are gonna be. It's a thing now.
Got that.
Because we didn't call out any of the other people who I've like. mentioned
Morgan,
on the
we killed you.
podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we did. Okay, so this power here can't just leave Delores
Vulnerable.
unpowered.
Oh no, sorry, that wasn't what I was suggesting.
Okay.
We would provide you guys with another way for Delores to defend herself,
Oh, okay.
but we don't like that Linda's magic is here.
Deal.
Okay.
I'm all on board.
Wait!
Wow.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Your objection, my client. Let's figure out what this is before we make
Before
a
you
deal.
agree.
The power from the great Linda is, immense, right? And Linda wasn't bad. She's just neutral or more neutral. So let's see what we got on offer before we go ahead and make a deal.
Linda is not objective. You can call her neutral in her ideology, but her actions are all against us.
Without a doubt, which is why I would like to add an addendum onto Terry's list, which is steal Phineas.
All right? It's a fine plan. But until then, I think we're all safer if that's not here.
I just want to know what your plan is for it.
Yeah, what's the substitute option?
There are a few, and I will go over those with Delores when the time comes.
Okay.
I will let you know that the items on offer are of similar power and quality to Nick the Chopper, where our good friend Terry here gets all of his powers.
Oh, so cursed.
Oh, no, we cut that part.
Oh, good.
Cut that.
Cut that.
Cut that.
Terry,
Flashback.
He's a boy who's come in the nighttime. He's a boy who sleeps in the day. That's his favorite song.
Aw.
Got him down.
Yeah, no,
We're good.
I'm back.
You're back in the present?
I'm back in the present.
All right.
We're presenting the back. Whatever. So, Delores, if you wouldn't mind stepping forward, I promise you this won't hurt a bit.
Okay.
And you walk forward,
Oh.
and she licks her thumb and puts it to your forehead and like wipes off the little kiss mark that
was way less
Linda
invasive.
had.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you feel every single bit of your magic leave.
And Tito?
No one's brought up Tito so far.
I bring
was
up
gonna say,
Tito
where has
now.
Tito been this
Are you
whole
bringing
time?
him up out loud to the room, or is Cal just asking with his brain eyes?
No, he's got Linda's magic too.
He does.
So yeah, I bring him up. That dog's got the magic too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
Oh no!
I will.
And then
If you hurt
I
Tito,
said-
I will instantly.
she just licks her thumb.
All right. we're just like, look, we were like, yeah, you know, Donnie, but Tito.
I agree, though. Hang on.
Yeah. And she says, Tito, come. And he looks up at you. Big D.
Me?
Yeah.
Wait, his magic's not connected to me?
Nope, he got his own little kiss.
Right. Yeah. I think he should. Go for it. Go do the thing.
We trust
say
you
so, man.
implicitly.
You're his
Dolores.
mama.
I do. I think that's the right
All
choice.
right. He trundles up, little tail wagging, but down wagging. And she wipes the little kiss mark off of his forehead, and his gossamer wings vanish. And you hear a little...
You can't psychically talk to him anymore.
That's okay. We made it this far
he's
up
not a
until
blink dog
our
anymore.
transformation.
Yeah, that's true. You just he doesn't know any better.
Thank you guys so much. Why don't you guys head down to Frink's
Sorry.
office, and he has the items for Delores.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
Question, Jessabelle.
Yes, Terry.
So, Shabira, she's gonna stay here with you?
That's up to the two of you.
She's real cool. I like her.
You're
good to have around.
you're about to break into a prison in enemy territory, where if they captured her, it would be incredibly bad for her. But if you'd like, she can come.
Well, that sounds like her.
Oh, wait,
That
you
when
put it like that?
Fuck off. Like, come on, man.
I'm not objective in this.
I'm
not.
also not objective. She's the queen, man.
Yeah, she should stay here and be protected.
And look, we could leave in 2 days. We don't need to leave tomorrow
Yeah.
or
And like,
tonight.
yeah, and like the whole goal of this is to kind of like, you know, make it so everything's like fine again.
I was gonna say, at the end of the day, we need her in order to unify Oz at the end, like at the end of everything.
And if
When
you
the war
are,
ends, she's the plan after that.
and if you want to stay, I understand.
Yeah.
You worked so hard and went through so much to get here.
That again, this is a conversation between you guys.
Terry looks at Shabira.
She looks back. Warmth and kindness in her eyes.
Strength and understanding in mine.
Love and compassion.
I think these should go
Just
down
in the
to
air.
Frank's, and you and I should talk.
I think that's a great idea. So, we're going to cut that there. You guys head down the stairs to Frink's. You enter into the office that is labeled Frink's Den, and you see a yellow man, very tall, poofy, kind of Einsteinish hair, big long beard, all yellow, very crisp yellow, like almost like a lab coat on over like normal ass winky tunics, big tool belt on his waist, and very, very tiny spectacles on his nose. And he hears the door open behind him, and he goes, excuse me for one moment, I must finish the tightening. And then on the chair in front of him, you see someone who only Sonny recognizes. It is Major Mabel Manx, who Terry chopped off an arm. And she's being fitted
I'm so glad.
with a
that
ceramic...
I'm sorry. Take it again. I'm just so glad that I'm not down there with you guys.
Right?
Wait, is she?
Leave it in, leave
is
it
she
in.
awake?
She is. She is
Does she see
getting...
me?
She does, but she never saw you in the fight. She only saw Terry.
Okay. Cool.
You were hold personing from behind a log.
Cool.
So she is being fitted with a ceramic arm where it's basically, it looks like a whole bunch of little ceramic scales that are covered in a thin layer of leather. And it doesn't just bend at the elbow. It kind of has the
Oh.
versatility of a snake. So she has this like incredible ceramic, very creepy arm that's being
How
tightened.
does it move?
Yeah, so that's what you see. She looks over and is like, "Oh, fresh blood. Are you guys
What?
here for the what?"
We're here for Frankenstein.
Yeah. No. It's just that there's new people here. Fresh blood. Have you never heard that phrase?
Oh, okay.
I don't have.
I didn't
blood,
think it was
so
weird.
I don't think.
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah. Fresh blood. We haven't had new people join the war effort in a while. It's good to
Yeah.
meet you. I'm Major Mabel Manx, and she holds out her normal hand for a shake.
I shake it. It's
Shake.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
I shake a hand. I
Yeah.
say, Cal Broadtooth, pleasure.
Oh, Oh, I've heard about you. Congrats on staying alive this long.
Thank you.
It's a genuine feat.
It has been a genuine time.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll get out of your hair. You said you needed to meet Frank. Thanks for the tune-up. The arm's working great. Very good. I'm glad I could be of assistance. And then she leaves.
All right.
And he looks over at you guys. Yes, the adventurers. I have heard so much about you. What can I do for you?
Are you related to Frank and Frank?
Ja, I love Frank und Frank.
We've met
They
them.
are
They're great.
family to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are good. That is good. Yeah, good.
Yeah, we've met them. They're great.
They're very nice men. We correspond in the letters as much as we can. It's hard because of the war.
Yeah, no, of
Yeah,
course.
understandable.
Down in the stables, we have the Jerry.
Ooh, Jerry's a horse.
Yeah.
That is good. I would love to meet Jerry's a horse
Oh,
if it
sure.
is convenient.
He's in the stable. You can go see him whenever.
Thank you very much. I will. But first, you have come to Frink for a reason. What is the reason?
Oh, me.
Hello.
I'm here to get my stuff.
What stuff did you leave here?
Jessabelle said that she could come down here and get an item for magic protection.
Udaya.
Yeah.
Very good.
Udaya.
Very good.
And my dog, too.
Oh, and the doggy
And the
too.
doggy too. Hello, little doggy. Give him scritches. He's so good. They're good, doggy. What you can do is we have the 3 magical items for you here. Yeah? Yeah? Udano. Yeah?
What?
He's asking you, do you understand?
Yeah?
We have
Yeah.
this
Yeah?
thick accent.
Yeah, the accent. Good accent.
So the first item we have for you is the famed cutlass of Clan Clawford, of Craven Clawford's Clan Cutlass. It will grant you speed and accuracy and proficiency in the shadows. We also have the famed breastplate of the ancient wizardess Jessabelle. So,
Could you spell that?
Jizzabe.
Okay, yep. No, I got it. I thought so.
Founder of the House of Bell.
That was my joke.
Thank you, dear.
Oh, that's going down on my name list.
That will grant you the magic of the attack and radiant fury. And the last one is the mystical studded leather armor of Troy, our boy.
Our boy Troy.
Our boy Troy.
Yes.
And that will give you the fighting prowess to stand in the front and take the damage. Out of game,
Yeah.
rogue, paladin, fighter.
I feel like I might want to go fighter.
Here you go. You may don the armor of our boy Troy, and may it keep you safe and protected in the field.
Does the doggy get anything?
Can you have the breastplate, the holy breastplate.
Yeah, give me the breast. Oh my god, paladin dog.
The dungeon master will say no to that.
Bite, bite.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Smite bite, though. Come on.
I'm so mad that I can't say yes, but no, sorry.
That's fair.
No, I would say
There
no
is a
too.
level of principle that a pun can't break, and that's okay.
Oh, he will give you. He said, actually, yes, this is a new creation, so I hope it will work. It is what I call the collar of Revertigo.
Of what?
Revertigo?
Revertigo. He will revert back to his last form.
Oh.
So he will get the Blink Dog stuff back.
He will.
He goes back to normal.
He would just be talking Blink Dog.
Oh.
Great.
Yes,
So
I
you
love
I
that.
accept. I thought that it was he just gets her
What does it
magic
look
back,
like?
and I was like, well, then I just look like a
point.
two-timing asshole.
No.
The kiss was
He
wiped
gets
away.
all the benefits without the Linda.
Sold.
All right, and he puts the.
Linda, if you make it to this
Sorry.
episode,
Yeah,
we
Linda.
love you.
Did I
do love
did
you.
I tell you that she actually listened?
She did.
Yeah, you did.
Started at episode 6.
We love you, Linda.
Yes, this will be good for the quest that you are on. Good in luck.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
Can we get some oil for Terry?
Oh, who?
Oh, and Jerry.
Oh, you need oil for.
Yes.
For our mechanical friends.
You are traveling with Z Terry.
I think so.
Oh,
I do think so.
I am getting.
Oh,
very...
Frank?
Yeah.
Frank and Terry, yeah.
Oh, the very
Frank
same.
and Terry.
Yeah, Frank and Terry.
No.
Ooh, it would be an honor to meet him at some point, but yes, I will give you the oil so he can have his joints working properly. That is why I say to my cousin, I say, Frank, I understand that the metal might be last longer, but the rust is mini maintenance.
Constant rub downs.
Ceramic, if you get it down hard, you get the mixture of the ceramic right. It is almost as strong and does not rust.
Still can't swim though with the weight issue.
No, probably not. I would say maybe take it off before you dog paddle. Okay. I will go take a look at the Jerry's horse. And from what I hear, I might be accompanying you to the Bafflebug Detention Center.
Oh, yeah.
We have an informant who escaped. So we will be able to talk to him and get some tips on how to get back in.
Lovely.
Yeah.
My lion sense is tingling.
Ooh, what does that mean?
That means my friend escaped from the Bafflebug Detention Center.
Probably not the same guy. That would be such coincidence.
But then?
I don't know anything about
Oh,
that.
okay, all right.
He's called Tolmarin. And we're going to go over. And then we're going to cut to Terry and Shabira. Terry, Shabira leads you to a side room that is like her own personal like meeting chamber. And as the door shuts behind her and it is just the two of you, you see her shoulders collapse. And her head dips down and she like rubs her eyes a little bit and like looks back at you, just runs in for a hug, puts her head on your shoulder and is just like, sometimes being a person is just so exhausting. You understand?
Oh, flippin' tell me about it.
I thought you'd get it. Okay. Just give me 1 minute to breathe and just be here, and then we'll talk about the serious stuff. Whew. It's just really good to have you back.
Pulls her back in for another short minute-long hug.
A brief
Just
60 seconds.
A brief 60 seconds.
When you guys finally do break apart, she looks up at you and says, all right, what do you think is best, Terry?
To be very clear, it was a shock to find out who you really are,
I know.
but it changes nothing. And I know that, and I think that you know that,
But it's good to hear.
but I just needed to say it out loud.
Thank you. I needed to hear you say it.
I have to help my friends.
She gets a big smile on her face when you say that.
I have to help my friends because they've been there for me through thick and thin, and I owe it to them to help them find the people that they love. But I don't want to leave you because I just found you, and I have to protect you.
That's what I was hoping you would say. Because that shows me that you're still the Terry that I love. I'll be perfectly safe here in the castle, and I have something that I think might help. And she gives you a little rock that has a little divot in it that you can like rub your thumb in. And when she hands it to you, she pulls out one of her own. And she says, put your finger in the groove.
There he does.
And as you rub it back and forth, you feel her thumb on the other side, rubbing back and forth. And she says, I'll keep this with me, and if you need to know that I'm still here, just give it a little rub, and I'll let you know.
It's perfect. Thank you.
And if you could, give me a quick 3 swipe when you're on your way home. Like 1, 2, 3, so I know you're on your way back.
That I shall, my love. That I shall.
And in the meantime, I'm going to do as much research as I can into whatever Professor Crowley and the wizard did so we can end this war and then, I guess, figure out what's next.
Terry puts on his resigned face once more after letting all the emotion that's been built up in him over the last, year and a half?
Yeah, something like
2
that.
years, something like that.
Something like that.
Puts his resigned face back on and says, I'll be back. Oh, yes.
I know.
Yes, I will.
All right, get out of here, you scamp. And then she physically turns
Okay, here
your
we go.
shoulders around and gives you a big slap on the butt, like, get out of here.
Ooh, I've been goosed.
Goose, but good.
And, yeah, heads right out the door to rejoin
All right.
my friends.
You guys all link up outside of Frank's room, and I think that is a good time to call it for this episode. Next week, we will plan and see how you do on your prison break for Al Crowley.
Legends Rerolled stars Justyn Trella, Celine Trella, Brooke Simone, Sean Dougherty, and Jake DiBlasi. Edited by Celine Trella and Sean Dougherty. Theme song by Ryan Logan. Score by Jake DiBlasi, Justyn Trella, and Kevin O'Leary. You can follow us on Instagram at Legends Rerolled and on Facebook at facebook.com/Legends Rerolled. Like, subscribe, follow, and be sure to pay your artists.
Meg has like a hydrocodone cough syrup. I was like, you don't want that.
No. Just like Advil. This podcast would get very weird.
Fun.
Very
What?
quick.
Very fun. Man, we just started smoking crack and drinking hydrocodone. It was wild.
It was the
best so episode we excited.
recorded. We have to do that every
I'm excited to listen back to it to see what happened.
Yeah.